Hello and welcome to Planet Stran Plus. That's right, we've went and done a Disney and added on a plus. So Planet Stran will continue to give you all the information about happening around Stranmillis, so it asks the questions, you get the answers, but Planet Stran Plus will talk to people and find out what inspires them, so it helps to inspire you. So today's guest is someone I've known for around about 10 or 11 years now. I've been very lucky. She just made a debut for Ireland in the 15s. She also plays for Ulster. She plays both 15s and 7 rugby. I'd like to welcome you to Brittany Hogan. Hello, Brittany. How are you?
Hi, David. Oh, yeah, good. Good now. Thank you very much for having me.
That's no problem at all. Obviously, just want to say congratulations on making your debut against Italy there in the Women's Six Nations for the 15s. How did that feel, actually getting on the pitch?
Yeah, no, it was wonderful. It's always something that it's always something that I've aspired to and I've dreamt of as well as the 7's. Like, making the Irish team has always been a dream of mine. And running onto the pitch, it was just great. Like, I was really, really happy to be there, proud to be there. And I don't know, I was just buzzed and full of adrenaline. Like, it was really, really a really nice moment. Yeah.
That's great. It was like, as I said, I've known you for like 11 years. I've known you because we actually went to school together and we kind of went through the whole school process together. So
Yeah.
at what point did you ever think, you know what, I quite like rugby, like it's not too bad, I might give it a go?
Well, throughout school, I just tried to dabble in as many sports as I could. Like, I just loved all of them. And if Miss Heaney or something, Miss Hill came up to me and asked me, "Oh, do you want to try this out?" Or we're doing, I don't know, netball next week, hockey next. I was just like, yeah, you know what, this is great. And just involved myself in the sports. Rugby wasn't actually played. Well, contact rugby wasn't played in Down High. It was only the tag that we had in the summer months. But my close friend Hannah Beatty in the year above me in Down High told me about Ballinhinch women and their training sessions. So, and she was actually a part of them for a few months beforehand, and told me to come along, and I did, and I've loved it ever since. I kind of found my niche, found my sport that I really, really adore. And yeah, just from then, I think I was about 15 or 16, and have loved it. Yeah, that's a story.
That's good. You mentioned Miss Heaney and Miss Hill, who are the PE teachers in Down High.
Yeah.
Did they, as a teacher, did they play a huge role in like getting you into sports at all, like, or just kind of keeping you motivated?
Yeah, definitely. Like, Miss Heaney certainly has a really, really big passion within her for sports. Like, she played hockey at a very high level whenever she was younger, and just kind of like made PE fun, made other sports fun, the other PE teachers as well, like Mr. Irvine, Mr. Knox and everything. Like, they all just made everything fun. And Miss Hill was my hockey teacher, my hockey coach for the last 3 years of my life at Down High, and she just made everything fun, and it kept us motivated. And like, that's the most important thing, and just enjoying it, and then keep helping you keep motivated and stuff. So they definitely played a big role anyway in Down High. They're all a great bunch.
So you talk about, you obviously mentioned fun a lot. What exactly made lessons fun in a way?
Lessons fun. Well, I'm a very competitive person, so I probably make my own fun sometimes as well. Just with actually wanting to win everything, as well as my classmates like Ellen Erskine and Sarah Connolly and stuff would have been very, very competitive as well. And like, we just had a good niche and good bond that kind of the good bond with my friends in the class and also with the teachers kind of made everything more relaxed. And the high intensity and stuff of the sessions, or just made it fun. Yeah, this is kind of hard to say, but kind of hard to pinpoint, I suppose, exactly how. But no, the teachers were just their enthusiasm and their positivity, I think, just kind of
So it wasn't
Yeah.
necessarily this of like a one individual, like a one party actually inspiring you, but it was actually a host of both the teachers within the PE department and also your friends. For
Yeah,
example, like
yeah,
Sarah
definitely.
and Ellen, as you mentioned, and also Hannah being a year above. Is it?
Yeah.
You think it just all combines together just to create like one positive group and one like competitive group? I know you said like obviously Ellen Erskine and Sarah. Like, would you find yourselves like just competing against each other just to see who was best and just like?
Yeah, yeah, and there'd certainly be times where in our, like, because we were in A level PE as well, so the last 2 years I would have spent with those two and a couple of the others, couple of other girls in the year, Yasmin, and then we would just try and compete against the boys as well. Like, I remember in more junior school, 4th, 5th year, whenever we'd have PE or games and games would be called off and we'd be playing football inside, and like Sarah Connolly obviously plays international football as well, so like just that happiness whenever she'd be skinning ones around the pitch. Well, like that's her niece. Like, she's obviously amazing at football, and she was, oh my gosh, it actually makes me very happy thinking about it. Just those environments, and yeah, yeah, just made it really fun and kind of nice to look back on.
You mentioned about just as you mentioned about PE and also like just the boys versus girls in a sense of competitive. Um, how would you inspire other girls to kind of get involved in PE? Because I think obviously I think it's been an age-old thing about like women in sport and all that. There's kind of sometimes there's a stigma around it. Sometimes obviously you do get so many inspirational people out there now who are saying like women should get in sports. Obviously, women in football have set up and they're now getting like as a brand themselves. And now that's really pushing forward. And you've seen like the Women's FA Cup there just happened there with Everton versus Man City,
Yeah,
and it's just
yeah.
it's very positive stuff. But what would you say to women who were like think about going to sport but then thought not too sure?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like, at the elite level, we're certainly getting a lot more media attention and attention. As like we're looked as more as role models now instead of, I don't know, instead of not being known, and which is really really good at the elite level. But especially the important thing as well is not just elite; it's also like grassroots. It's also high school. High school and secondary school, uni, sports is really really important. And I wouldn't really, if a girl isn't, it's like sometimes the stigma with it, like I know the attitudes, like I loved PA, I love PE, so I didn't really have the attitude myself towards not wanting to do PE or wanting to do games, but I certainly knew that there were personality types that just don't like PE, and that is 100% okay. Like, you don't like running around, you don't like cross country, like who does in their right mind? But the thing I would say is, like, if you don't like the fitness aspect, the running aspect, the actual exercise aspect, there's also many other aspects about sport that you are missing out on. With rugby especially, like a team sport, it's there's such a big emphasis on community and team, and everybody's in it together and working for each other, and it's just that off the pitch stuff, off the pitch community, off the pitch social things, that they kind of miss out on, but are really really important. And so if I was giving advice to someone, it would just be like, stick at it. There's a sport out there for you. Like, if you don't like hockey, then you might like cricket. So if you don't like, I don't know, there's many different examples, but just stick at it and you'll find it, because you'll find friendships there that you'll find last for life. Like, it's not just the fitness aspect of sport, there's a lot of other different things that it could do for you.
Yeah, you mentioned this, the social aspect, like the belief that like when it comes to the teamwork, for example, like rugby, like yourself, there's a lot of there's a need for effective communication, just creating positive bonds and just being there for your teammates and all that sort of stuff. It's obviously, in a sense, obviously that's a lot of aspects that are important to sport and teamwork, but also very important for aspects such as like just friendship outside not even like obviously you have a team, but also like have a positive effect on friendships outside sport? Would you say, like, do you think, like, in a way, you've become a better person from playing sports?
Yeah, I really hone in on the disciplines that sport teaches me. Like at the elite level anyway, I have to be a little bit more precise on what I do. I have to be a little bit more professional, and my characteristics have to be obviously like more professional, and I have to be on time, like my time management and everything. But underneath the surface, like the resilience, determination, actually wanting to do something for the girl beside you, that kind of deeper qualities that sport gives, which aren't really, they're not really actually kind of hard to speak about, because it's kind of hard to explain, but you definitely notice it down the road, like your teamwork, your friendships. Like all my best friends are people that I've played sport with, and there's just certain qualities that sport just helps you be yourself, I think. Especially rugby, like the rugby community is so open and so honest with each other that you can be yourself as much as you want to be yourself, if that kind of makes sense. I'm not really sure. It's really hard to explain that one, but no, I definitely think that there's qualities there that a sport has taught me, which I haven't actually realised it has taught me until I actually look back and reflect on and be like, oh yeah, I'm a little bit more resilient because I had to get off the floor. Had to get off the floor about 30 or 40 times during a game type thing, literally.
I know, it's so true. Also, when it comes to like, confidence as well, it must be like, I don't know about you, but when I ever played rugby, like the confidence is seeing like some person run at you and thinking they will literally just want to bring me to the ground right now, and I'm sitting there fragile as could be, thinking I don't want to be. Oh, why am I holding on to the ball here? Can I just get rid of it?
Yeah.
But just having the confidence of holding on to the ball, just going on and being, as I said, being resilient, obviously plays an important role throughout life and also just in sport. And yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, like that's one of the great things, that even if you're in defense or whatever, and if you miss a tackle, or if you put the pass to the floor or whatever, it doesn't matter, because the person beside you is going to clean it up for you, and they're going to work hard for you, and to make it better again. Like your mistake is an individual mistake, and obviously you didn't mean to do anything, but it doesn't matter whenever you're a team. Like that's yeah.
That's brilliant. Well, I have to say, thank you very much, Brittany. I really enjoyed our conversation there. It was fantastic to hear from you again. Is there any like quotes or anything that you live by that you want to share? Or any, is there any guidance you'd want to give the viewers here today?
I'm kind of put on the spot here now. I actually have never really haven't really put much thought into this myself, but it would just be, I don't know, I kind of live a mantra of being as positive and being as happy as I can. And if something makes you happy, stick to it. Like there's a reason it makes you happy. You might not know why. Like rugby makes me happy, so I'm going to stick to it because I love and I enjoy playing it. So if something makes you happy, stick to it. And if it doesn't, leave it go. Like there's no time. You're just wasting your time. Like time is precious. You can't be doing something that doesn't make you happy. Like I just feel like that's a waste or something. Yeah, don't really know if I've answered your question very well there, but
it is very good. Yeah, that's exactly it. Well, thank you very much. Brilliant, and hopefully speak to you soon. Bye bye.
No problem. Thanks, David.